I am surprised that the Caribbean and South American people, some of them are shocked. I know most of them are not. It must be the younger ones that are shocked by Big Brother power control. They don't realize that Big Brother don't have friends. Big Brother only has interests. When you stop being useful, Big Brother will dispose of you. Big Brother don't care about all that warm, gushy thing you talk about friendship. Big Brother said, "The hell with that." Okay, I'm shocked that people keep acting shocked by America's behavior in the Caribbean, as if history suddenly stopped existing. This surprise only makes sense if one ignores 2 centuries of precedent. The United States did not become a global power by accident or goodwill. It expanded through force, corrosion, manipulation, and systematic removal of obstacles. The Caribbean has always been viewed not as a neighbor of equal, but as a strategic buffer zone. From the start, proximity meant possession, not partnership. More language came later after dominance was secure. Power explained the behavior far better than the ideology could. Shock, therefore, is not innocent. It is denial. I'm shocked that there are people in denial. I'm like, you guys should know better. America's style is benevolent big brother. By the metaphor is misleading. A real big brother protects without demanding submission. The American version demand obedience first, protection second. When smaller nations comply, they are praised as partners. When they resist, they are labeled. Come on, wait for these labels. Okay, let me tell you what these labels are: threat, failures, or dangerous to stability. You hear that? That means it's not complying. The tone shifts instantly from friendly to punitive. This is not emotional behavior, it is transactional. See, I'm trying to figure out why people, um, after almost 200 something years, America's been talking the Western Hemisphere. I am shocked that there are people that are shocked by America's behavior. I'm not even shocked by America. I'm like, I'm shocked that you're surprised what America's doing or saying. You should be immune to it. This is almost 2 centuries of America acting like this. America didn't just start acting like this. It could be it wasn't affecting you directly. That's why you didn't care. But you had other people it was affecting directly. You had other Caribbean nations it was affecting directly. You know, just because it wasn't affecting you didn't mean somebody was getting affected. There were countries all in South America that was getting affected by Big Brother. It may not have been your particular country. It didn't mean that there were not countries over there, getting their rump handed to them on a platter. Uh, the the affection ends the moment usefulness does, and this is the framework. Sovereignty is conditional. The Caribbean has long been treated as an extension of America's domestic security. Geographically alone ensure this outcome. Any power projection near American shores is interpreted as provocative, regardless of its intent. The Monroe Doctrine made this explicitly long before modern diplomacy redefined the language. What began as European exclusion evolved into hemispheric dominance. Independent movements were tolerated only if it aligned with U.S. interests. Those that did not were sabotaged, isolated, or crushed. This was never hidden policy. It was openly declared. Only the branding changed over time. People often confuse American rhetoric with their behavior. See, American rhetoric, it speaks of democracy, cooperation, shared value, but the behavior reveal hierarchy, which is control and enforcement. Those two align, America appears generous. When they diverge, the force resolve the contradiction. This pattern repeats regardless of administration or party. Presidents change, but strategic culture remains. Institution outlasts personality. I keep telling people, stop getting caught up in the theater, the movie. That's a personality. That personality is going to go. But that train is going to keep on ticking. It's going to do what it's supposed to do here. They never take their eyes off the ball. The continuity is the real message smaller nations should study. Words are flexible, interests are not. Okay? The idea that America would allow a neighboring country, to surpass it economically or politically is naive. Great powers do not tolerate peer rival in their immediate sphere. See, a lot of people don't realize the Western Hemisphere is America's sphere. The reason is America is the big boy on the block. Everybody else, F what you told, y'all all in one basket. Now y'all can throw your little flag and do whatever. Everybody in one basket, okay? Now, what America likes to do, America likes to create chaos. America like to pin y'all against each other, make y'all think this one got it going on, that one don't, blah blah blah. Like play a little stupid mind game, divide and conquer. But all of y'all in one damn basket, shit. Trying telling y'all that, but it looked like America about to prove it. Ooh, mm, 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 mm. So history offer no example to the contrary. The United States is no exception to the rule. No exception to the rule, people. It simply disguised logic in software language. Containment, y'all heard that. Sanction, regime pressures are tools of reinforcement. They are applied selectively but predictably. When challenged, America reacts, not reflects. The response is escalation, not accommodation. Russia and China are treated as global rivals. Those are the only two countries that America look that is their rival. Russia and China. And you know what that means. Russia and China is in big danger because Big Brother don't like competition and Big Brother don't like anybody to be his rival now. But also cautionary example. The message is clear to smaller states. A line outside American preference has consequence. Public cooperation is encouraged. Privately, competition is treated as hostility. Diplomatics, they smile, coexist with strategic planning for the confrontation. This is what I like about some of the diplomats. They have the ability to smile, hug, and kiss and do all this good stuff, take beautiful pictures and shit, and people getting all caught up in the goddamn theater. I said, that cat ain't here for you. That cat came to do his country business. Now, he knows how to keep it cordial. But in the background, he finna get gang. He finna get gang. He finna get gangster in the background. You know. But of course, he gonna keep all this, formal, nice, goody two shoot act for the camera. So this duality confused observers who expect consistency. See, some of them get caught up so bad, like when the diplomats come in, they be like too busy, rolling out the red carpet, like, oh yes. They be so happy putting on the show, and then they get back there, and then the diplomat, okay, let's talk about particular. This is what we want, blah blah. Blah. Whoa, what is this? What is this? What is this? They're like, oh, and what you think he came here for? Shit, he could do that. He only come here with you. Shit, he did. What you think they sent him in there directly to play nice? Oh, get that crap out your head. You the one that run around here busy begging for a partner. He ain't begging for nothing. Y'all don't get it. America didn't get like that overnight. America put a lot of work to get like that. That's like someone put a lot of work for a crown on their head. They're not gonna hand you the damn crown. Someone put work into anything. They're not gonna hand it to you, man. They just not gonna hand it to you. Work was put in. Yet the consistency is this. It is lies and outcome, not statement. The end goal is always advantage, preservation. Everything else is secondary. Harry Kissinger warned about American friendship was not cynicism, it was realism. Allies are valuable only when they remain useful. Once their role in protection evaporates, history is littered with former partners who learned this too late. Loyalty does not override interest in American strategy. It never has. Emotional narrative about betrayal missed the point entirely. There was no betrayal, people, only the end of utility. The misunderstanding lies in believing statement matter at all. Brzezinski, this is another one. Brzezinski understood the United States power as a chessboard, not community. Pieces are moved, sacrificed, and replaced. The board matter more than the individual piece. This mindset explains why even outsiders can be discarded. Okay? Proximity to power does not guarantee immunity. Once someone's strategic value declines, this protection dissolves. The system rewards effectiveness, not loyalty, people. This logic is ruthlessness, but constant. Moral outrage does not alter its function. Venezuela experience fit squarely within this pattern. Resource control, political independence, alternate alliance triggered the pressure. So we know Venezuela wants to control its resource. It wants political independence in the Western Hemisphere. And as we can see, it has alternative alliances, which trigger Big Brother. Because what it means is that Venezuela has no use for Big Brother. Big Brother is irrelevant to them. They don't care about Big Brother. Because what they got? They over there kissing the ring of China, kissing the ring of Russia, over there kissing the ring of Iran, you know. And then, of course, they ran their little tail up there. North Korea kissing the ring up there, too. So they got four other rings to kiss. So for them, America and the West can kick rocks. Okay. Now, this issue, you got to keep in mind, never democracy alone. It was defiance combined with strategic relevance. Sanctions were framed as punishment, but function as leverage. Internal suffering become collateral, not concern. The goal was correction, not care. So, shock at this approach ignores decades of precedent. The script has been used many times before. South American nations sometimes believe distance guarantees safety. It does not. Economic integration and financial dependency collapse distant instantaneously. The dollar system ensured influence travel faster than army. Trade agreement function as punish pressure. Development loans carry political expectation. Neutrality become expensive under these conditions. Autonomy requires sacrifice that many governments hesitant to take. The cost of independence is always underestimated. The cost of dependency is delayed but heavier. BRICS represent not rebellion but a diversification. So, even so, it triggered anxiety in Washington, multipolarity threatened leverage, not peace. A world with options weakens the enforcement power. This is why expansion is framed as destabilization. It reduces America's ability to dictate turn unilaterally. The concern is structure, not personal, people. Y'all taking it personal. No, their power is being challenged. Okay? So you can expect America to start acting very erotic pretty soon. No speech about coordination can change that fact. Power dislike competition by nature. Reaction is inevitable. When influence decline, resistance rarely increase. History shows the opposite. Declined powers often become more aggressive, not less. They act to preserve relevancy. America is no exception to this dynamic. Economic tools are deployed before military ones. Information warfare fills the gap between diplomacy and force. Destabilization becomes policy under another name. The goal is delay, not harmony. Stability, second to dominance. The playground metaphor persists because it fits. When winning, the bigger kid enforces the rule. When losing, he flips the board. Appeals to fairness are abandoned instantaneously. Authority become arbitrary. This is not childish behavior. It is power behavior. Rules exist to protect advantage. Once advantage erodes, rules loses value. Enforcement represents replace possession. The transaction is only ugly. Smaller nations often interpret patience as weakness. They believe time favored them, but sometimes it does not. But without preparation, power does not disappear quietly. It resists, it adapts, it strikes. Assuming America would simply accept change, understanding its strategic culture. Adjustment happens when resistance becomes too costly. Until then, pressure escalates. This is not cruelty, people. It is calculation. The human cost is treated as external. The Caribbean history proved this repeatedly. Interventions were justified as necessity, occupation framed as assistance, economic restructuring was a was sold as reform. Each time local agency was overridden, each time long-term damage followed, accountability was minimum or non-existence. The narrative moved on. Memory fade outside a region. Inside, the consequences remain. That is something they don't understand. When these things fail, the area that have to deal with these consequences never forgive, never forget, they remember because they're still dealing with these side effects. People ask why resentment persists. The answer is continuity. The faces change, the behavior does not. Promise of new approach, cycle old logic, trust er- erodes not because of the ideology, but they experience repetition teach faster than explanation. Nation remember pattern even when outsiders forgot. Historical amnesia is a privilege of the powerful. The powerless remember because they must. America does not need to hate a country to harm it. Emotion is irrelevant. Harm can be strategic, not personal. This is often misunderstood as malice. In reality, it is indifference. Interest override empathy, people. Damage is acceptable if objectives are met. See, until people understand, America is not trying to hurt you. America is trying to meet its objective. Yes, I understand what I'm doing is cruel, but I don't give a damn. Will the objective be met? I understand the harm is grave. I don't care. Will the objective be met? Will my businessman, my businesswoman get those mines over there? Will we get those material for us to use it? Will we get those cheap labor over there to move stuff back and forth for our people? Oh well, someone got to catch that L. See, that's the mindset. The objective is, has it been met? Who gives a damn about the collateral? The mindset explained the contradiction that confused moral observation. Power is not moral, it is functional. Expecting otherwise lead to a constant shock. The claim that America means well missed the point. Intention does not negate outcome. Every genuine belief in righteousness does not soften impact. System produce results regardless of belief. Good intention can coexist with destructive policy. History is full of such examples. Belief often justify action more efficiently. Conviction can be more dangerous than cynicism. This makes critique harder, not easier. Caribbean and Latin American nations are not passive victims. They maneuver, they resist, they adapt, but constant shape their option. Power is asymmetric, defines the field. Choice exists, but none are cost free. Alignment trades autonomy for security. Resistance trades stability for dignity. Every path carries consequence. Romanticizing either side distorts reality. Survival often requires compromise. The tragedy is not that America behaved this way. The tragedy is pretending that it does not. Honest recognition would allow realistic planning. Illusion invite disaster. Expecting benevolence from a hegemony is historically unsound. Preparing for pressure is rational, not paranoid. Denial only benefits the stronger party. Clarity empowers the weaker. Truth in this case is defensive. Media narrative often soften this reality. Complexity is reduced to personality. Structural force disappear behind headlines. Villains and heroes are assigned conveniently. This comforts audience but mislead policymakers. Systems matter more than leaders. Removing one figure rarely changes the direction. Yet people cling to leaders' focused explanation. It makes the world feel manageable. It is also inaccurate. America allies sometimes learn this lesson last. Proximity breeds illusion. Shared language hides hierarchy. Cultural familiarity masks power of imbalance. When the interests devolve, hierarchy reasserts itself quickly. Surprise follows, then resentment. The cycle repeats across decades. The lesson remains unlearned because hope intervened. Hope is powerful but unreliable. Strategy cannot be built on hope, people. Economic warfare has become the preferred tool. It is quieter than a bomb, but often deadlier. Sanction reshapes society from inside. Elites adapt, populations suffer. Responsibility is diffused, blame is externalized. The more burden feel lighter, yet the impact is profound and long lasting. Recovery takes generation. This is modern corrosion. This stuff is being done on purpose. Nations are being deliberately kept out. It's not that they cannot rise. They have things that see to it they never rise. Because it's about never having anyone to compete with you. The United States justified this as rule enforcement, but also write the rules. The dual rogue creates the conflict of interest. Neutrality becomes impossible. Resistance is labeled as illegitimate by definition. Compliance is rewarded selective. This structure favors the architect. Complaints are dismissed as in ingratitude or hospitality. Hostility. Legitimacy flows one direction. Power confirms it. Multipolarity threatens this arrangement, not because it is chaotic, but because it is plural. Choice undermines control. Competition introduces negotiation. Negotiation reduces dominance. This is why reaction is intense. Preservation demands action. Every rising alternative is framed as danger. Fear is institutionalized. Response become automatic. America's internal narrative still casts it as The reluctant hegemony. This self image softens accountability. Actions are framed as burden, not benefits. Sacrifice replaces advantage in storytelling. This disconnect shield conscience. It also confuses observers aboard. They hear humility but experience pressure. The contradiction fuel mistrust. Words and deeds diverge again. Pattern persists. None of these imply America is uniquely evil. It implies it is a great power. Great power behaved this way. Historically, Rome did, Britain did, others too. The problem is pretending. Exceptionality change machinery. It does not. Power operate by rules older than ideology. Recognizing this is not anti-American. It is historically literate. Smaller nations must plan accordingly. Strategic must assume pressure, not goodwill. Diversification becomes survival. Internal corrosion matters more than approval. External validation is unreliable. Independence is not granted, it is defended. That defense may be economic, cultural, or political, but it must be um, intentional, draft, invite, intervention, prepare, deter. Shock is a luxury. The Caribbean cannot afford it. Neither can South America. Understanding power behavior is not sensitive. It's not cynicism. It is prudence. Expect fairness from dominance. Invite disappointment. Expect an interest-driven action. Prepare response. Clarity replace emotion. Plan replace outrage. This is how weak actors endure. Reality rewards realism. America will continue to act as it always has until constrained otherwise. Moral appeal will not suffice. Only alter cost benefit calculation matter. This is not permission, it is an observation. The playground will remain unstable as long as the hierarchy exists. The toys will be broken, one control slip. The only surprise is that anyone is still surprised. History has been speaking clearly all this time. I'm just shocked. People are surprised. I'm like, y'all surprised America acting like that? What America doing that's new? Threatening Venezuela? America always did that. Venezuela, uh, Venezuela been abused, man. You know, London, England stole their gold. They had gold. They had put it in Scandinavia, whatever, wherever they thought it was so safe. Them boys didn't give Venezuela back their gold now. I mean, Venezuela, that baby been treated real bad. They been mean to it. The big boys been mean to it, baby. Ooh, been mean to them. I don't think anybody understand how mean they been to them. Ooh, yeah, they be treated pretty bad here now. They don't got tricked out their money, their gold. I mean, goodness, they don't even have a refinery. All that stuff is being refined in America. A lot of people didn't know that. All that gold being, all that, I mean, phew, it's like, if the truth about what happens then would be written, it would really be cry me a river. I think they just sick and tired of being taken advantage of, sick and tired of being played. And I hope they didn't, like, yo, I don't know. I don't know, son. I don't know. It looked like it's a Hail Mary. I hope it's a good Hail Mary. Yeah, I hope it's a good Hail Mary. I really hope so. Ooh, they been mean to it, baby. They been mean to it. They've been taking advantage of him. Oh, that oil. I think I almost bust a tear when somebody said, you know all that stuff going on there? How much you think they get off it? When a person told me that number, tears came out my eyes. I'm like, damn, it's messed up. Woo. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Stop being surprised, people. Stop being surprised. I don't know what y'all surprised about. Do y'all read history books? Do y'all pay attention? I've always had a heart for the human race. I've always had, and I will always have a heart for for people throughout the planet. And it could be my background, man. A lot of things happen to my people. So we always have a heart. We have a heart, but we're very realistic. And we, right about now, we're not shocked. We're like, that don't surprise us. Who knows? It don't surprise us. Nothing surprises us anymore. But that place right there, whoo, that place needs some real justice done to it. For me, it looked like Hail Mary. Like, I hope it, I'm like, boy, I hope they don't take advantage of them. I like, be good to them. You be good. I hope they don't get taken advantage of, man. Because it's like, for me, I hope they didn't switch one hand and dance with one worse than that. I'm like, well, boy, poor babies. May the universe grant you what's rightfully yours in the end. And may all those that harm you, may they get theirs. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Send none but love and goodwill to y'all. Bye.